Hi guys, and welcome to our Money in the Bank 2021 prediction video. And look who's back. Yes, I am back with Laura and Liam. They are both they're back. They've returned. Of course, they both haven't been on the channel since WrestleMania in April. So it's good. It's good to have you both back, and we are back obviously for Money in the Bank, which is the next upcoming pay-per-view. A pay-per-view which I always really look forward to. You know, the Money in the Bank matches are always really fun. There's so much carnage, there's so much great spots, and there's always some good championship matches too. So yes, we have 5 matches currently announced on the card. It's Money in the Bank matches look good. There's a few matches which I'm a bit for, but there's always that every now and then, every pay-per-view. But yeah, let's get started. So yes, the first match we have on the card. Let me just we'll start off with the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match for a Women's Championship match contract. So as of right now, all the current participants are Asuka, Naomi, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Liv Morgan, Zelina Vega, who's just all of a sudden come back after being released, and we have 2 more who have yet to be confirmed, which I assume will be next week. So, Laura, who is your pick to win the Women's Money in the Bank match?
Okay, so I'm not going to go through everyone and go, well, why should they win or why shouldn't they? Because we'd be here all day. I've got Alexa Bliss to win, and purely for the fact that I think if she does win, she's got all this demonic power, all this Lily business doll thing, which is a bit creepy, but I just think all this supernatural stuff, it just seems that she's just built up since she's been with the Fiend and all the way through to now, is that's such a build up for her not to win anything at all. The other thing is that if she wins the Money in the Bank, if she cashes in on the same night, she's got a chance to win her title back, the Raw title. So you just never know. So that's why I'm going to say Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss is a good shout. Very, very good shout. I think she's probably in the top 3 of the favourites. Yeah, fair enough. Alexa Bliss. She was Miss Money in the Bank 2018, wasn't she? 2018. Yeah. And she cashed in on Nia Jax. Remember that? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Liam, who have you got?
I'm stuck between 2. I'm stuck between Asuka and I'm stuck between Alexa Bliss.
Asuka. Oh.
Because I think Asuka, she hasn't really been pushed in any solo built-up title races at the moment. She's kind of been kept a bit on the outside. So rather than having to invest in a storyline with her, they can just give her the Money in the Bank title and then she's free to cash it in whenever they want to bring her back. And then I'm stuck with Alexa Bliss because they've created this huge character about her, but they haven't really done much with it. So surely to make it a credible character rather than a gimmick, she has to at least win a little something. So
yeah. I think she's got to keep, like you say, she's got to keep winning and winning and winning because they've built her up to be this big, supernatural. She does everything she does is to win, and it's to put other people in misery. So,
well, I mean, what's the point in her character if you're not going to give her anything to win? It's just
it's almost like being godlike.
It's just like a kind of gimmick, isn't it? Really. But I think the most credible person to win a championship out of the lot is Asuka, so I'm going to go with her.
You think she won it last year, Asuka? So you think she'll win back-to-back years? Okay.
Yes, I do.
Okay, that's a bold pick. I think Asuka's probably one of the least likely to win it, in my opinion. But fair enough.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Asuka.
Watch this space.
Yeah. Next weekend.
£10 on, you'll thank me.
Okay. Well, it is tough because, like I said, there's 2 who haven't been announced yet, and I think there's a number of people it could be. Returning Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, perhaps makes it a bit.
That would be the dream.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, but maybe they'll save that for like SummerSlam or something. When Becky makes a big return. Eve Marie, maybe. Piper Niven, or she's now called Doudrop on Raw. But
Piper Niven.
Toni Storm, she's on SmackDown now. She could. Shotzi Blackheart, Tegan Knox, and Mia Yim is a name I've been heard thrown around too. So it's difficult to predict. And I will say, you can have those 2 guys. My prediction is subject to change based on who they announce as the final 2. Because if like Sasha Banks comes back, I'll probably go, okay, Sasha.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Sasha Banks is going to cash in probably on her to get revenge from WrestleMania. So, okay. But my current pick is going to be Nikki Cross.
Oh, no. I feel so sorry for her with that new costume.
Well, apparently, it was her idea. She pitched it to Vince.
Really?
Yeah, it was her idea. Got Vince, let me be a Scottish Captain Marvel. Let me be Captain Marvel, Vince. And Vince went, yeah, sure, let's go for it, girl. And apparently, it was. And so they've let her have creative control. And yeah,
it's very Molly Holly.
It's bad, isn't it? I feel, yeah, but
Anyway.
I think they seem to be pushing it on Raw. Like she's been having some good. She did this big somersault dive on Raw. That was really cool. And I just think they're pushing her. So what the hell, Nikki Cross? I could do like they play the Superman theme, and she has the Money in the Bank briefcase. And I've got a prediction for Nikki Cross later, which we'll get to. But yeah, okay. So all three of us have got different picks: Nikki Cross, Asuka, and who did you go with again, Laura? I forgot.
Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss. Yeah. I've got a terrible memory. Right, okay. Let's continue then. So the second match. Let's go. We have a singles match for the WWE Raw Women's Championship. Yes, we have the defending champion Rhea Ripley going up against Charlotte Flair. Oh, yes, this is a feud that just will not go away. These two have been feuding since WrestleMania Backlash. They had a match at Hell in a Cell, which ended in a stupid DQ, and now they're continuing feuding, and the feud just hasn't been good. No fault to Rhea Ripley or Charlotte. They're both great, but the feud is just the segments on Raw are just very forgettable. They give the like who is the baby face and who is the heel in this? They're both acting like heels. Like it's so confusing. And then on Raw, they were whacking each other with
the crutches.
Like what was that? What was that about? It's like it's just like these two are so good, and this feud is so bad. It's like ugh. So yeah, Liam, who've you got? Rhea Ripley or Charlotte?
I mean, for me, there's only one winner.
Oh, is there now?
There is Rhea Ripley.
That was pretty straight to the point.
I mean, brutality.
For me, she's the only person that makes sense to win.
You're a decisive person.
I mean, we can just keep giving it back to Charlotte and let's let Charlotte win everything forever, or we can actually go to someone who's quite exciting and, for me, good to watch, which is Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, she's great, Rhea Ripley, when she's not being given crap stuff on Raw, but she is great.
Yeah, that's so
when
true.
She's not being fed rubbish.
Yeah.
I just hope
she was allowed to do what she's capable of. It would be great.
Well, she's only what 20, 23, 24, so she's
really
got a long career ahead of her. Whereas Charlotte's obviously, I can think in like probably the last probably halfway through or something, isn't she? She's in the mid-30s, I think, Charlotte. So, but anyway, okay, I'll go next. I'm going to go for a big call here. I'm going to go Charlotte Flair. Because I don't want Charlotte to win, but don't forget she's gonna get to Ric Flair's record of 16 belts. She's going to. It's gonna happen. I beat my dad's record. Yeah, woo! So they're gonna pad out her record. So I think she'll beat Rhea Ripley here. Ugh. And then when she's celebrating with the belt, out comes Nikki Cross and cashes in. That's my big prediction.
Okay.
And Nick because this happened at Money in the Bank 2 years ago, where Charlotte beat Becky, and then Bayley came out and cashed in on Charlotte. So I think the same thing's going to happen here. I think Charlotte's going to be acting all cocky, and then the Scottish Captain Marvel comes running out, and cashes in on Charlotte. It's a big prediction. But if that doesn't happen, I won't be bothered, because if Rhea Ripley retained, I'd be very happy too. But it's a big call. But I'm going to say Charlotte beats Rhea, and then there's maybe a big triple threat at SummerSlam. Nikki, Rhea, and Charlotte again, maybe, but we'll see. But Laura, who've you got?
I'm stoked now. I'm stoked now because if my Alexa Bliss side of things is she would cash in, who's she going to cash in against? So that's why I'm kind of a bit like, well, it could go either way, but I'm not quite sure. I'm going to say Charlotte to win this one as well.
Ooh,
sorry,
really?
Liam. Yeah, really.
I think that Alexa versus Rhea would be a better storyline than Alexa versus Charlotte.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, but I just think I think that is to come. Okay. But I'm saying that let's just see what happens here. And then there could be the possibility, I don't know if there's anything yet, but a stipulation somewhere in here about no disqualifications, perhaps.
Let me have a quick look.
I don't think there was anything, but it'd be quite good if there was.
I hope there is, because the way the match ended at Hell in a Cell was it's rubbish. No, it's just a singles match.
Just a singles match.
Yeah, I know Bailey and Bianca was an I Quit match before it got cancelled. Okay, so two with Charlotte and one with Bianca with Rhea. Okay, my goodness, but I like this. We go with different picks. It's more exciting. I think
it's going to be exciting.
Okay, next match we have is another singles match for the WWE Championship. Yes, we have the almighty Bobby Lashley with MVP going up against Kofi Kingston. Woo, with Xavier Woods. So yes, the Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley feud is over now, thank God. After 3 pay-per-view matches. Yeah, although it was a great match they had at Hell in a Cell, fantastic match, and Drew
that was brutal.
Drew got screwed over because he should have won that match, and MVP would help Bobby retain. But anyway, on to Kofi. And I think this was going to be a really good match. You know, Kofi Kingston's great when he's not acting like a big goof with the New Day. I've never been a big. But as a singles competitor, you all know how good Kofi is. You know, Kofi Mania 2 years ago when he was WWE champion for 6 months. Yeah, this should be great. I've enjoyed the feud. They've had a great MVP and Kofi have been having great promo battles on Raw. But I do think this match is probably the most predictable on the card. Well, that and the main events, which we'll get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very predictable that Bobby Lashley will retain. I do not see Kofi Kingston being the one to beat Bobby Lashley. I think this is very much a filler feud before Bobby Lashley faces hopefully Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, which would be a big money match. Although I've also heard rumors that it might be Goldberg.
Oh no!
Retire,
man! Retire, no, go away.
he's on a 2-match contract every year, and his last match was his last match was against Drew at the Royal Rumble, so he is due a match. But anyway, yeah, it should be a good match. Kofi will probably have Bobby beat several times, but then MVP will help him retain. So yeah, Bobby Lashley to retain. Oh, doggy.
But Pip says Bobby Lashley to retain as well.
Bobby Lashley to retain. Oh, okay. Laura, who have you got? Kofi or Bobby?
I'm the same, Bobby Lashley. I just think, like you said, it's not going to be Kofi to take the title off him. He is brilliant, but he's not right for Bobby Lashley's reign to come to an end here. So yeah, it's the almighty for me. Okay,
Liam.
Yeah, completely agree. I mean, I don't see any conceivable way that Kofi could actually win the match. I can't visualize it at all. And I just don't see what the storyline would be after. It just doesn't, for me, it just doesn't make sense in any way. So
yeah,
Bobby Lashley.
Yeah.
To win again.
Yeah, he'll definitely keep the belts at least SummerSlam. But I did hear a cool prediction though, saying that. Actually, no, I won't say because it might spoil. It might spoil a later prediction. Okay. All right. Okay. Up next, what's the next match? Okay, we've only got 2 left. Yes, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. Yes, for a World Championship match contract, and the lineup is stacked. 8 men. I think this has all the potential to be one of the best Money in the Bank ladder matches in recent years. Quite the lineup. Brilliant competitors in this matchup. So yes, we have Ricochet, John Morrison, Riddle, Drew McIntyre, Big E, Kevin Owens, King Nakamura.
King Nakamura, yes.
Of course, I forgot he's because he beat Baron Corbin. Yeah, King Nakamura and Seth Rollins. So yes, my goodness, this is hard to predict. Really, because you can make a case for any one of these men winning the briefcase. It's so hard. Laura, who have you got? I still need to think.
Have a minute. I've got a good one. I've got Big E to win.
Ooh.
Because I think this is going to set up a future Big E Roman Reigns feud, and it's going to be epic. That is going to be good.
Yeah.
And
okay.
Big E is ready for a good old comeback. And let's give him his chance now. So Yep, that's me. And I don't know. I haven't got any. The lineup is fantastic. It could be pretty much any one of those. Seth's amazing. Maybe not Nakamura, Kevin Owens possibly, but I'm just going to stick with Big E. There we go.
Big E. Okay. I think Big E's one of the favourites, I think, definitely. Yeah, he's due a big world title push. So, yeah, very good recall. Liam?
As you said, there's so many cases you can make. So, I'm going to go with just who's my favourite.
Oh, who's your favourite?
Well, I love Seth Rollins, don't get me wrong. So, I wouldn't be too gutted if he won because I think he's fantastic. But I'm going to go Ricochet because I just think he's just amazing.
Yeah,
his athleticism, his speed, his acrobatics, he's just exciting and everything else. I love watching him. He's going to
put on a show.
Yeah.
Oh, Ricochet will have like the spot of the night, definitely.
Yeah, I'd love Ricochet to win. I'm going to go with my heart rather than my head and just say I want Ricochet to win.
Head on my heart. Okay, that's such a good song. Yeah, he is. Well, Ricochet's been so undervalued and under pushed for years. Ever since he got squashed by Brock. Like what? I think it was last year. Yeah, and like 2 minutes in Saudi Arabia.
He got absolutely thrown about.
Yeah.
He was just
and he never really recovered from that. So yeah, I think it is time they push him back up to the top because he's amazing, Ricochet.
He's been very quiet.
Okay, my turn. It's really hard because
go on, choose your favorite.
I was tempted to pick Drew because then he has the briefcase and he can have another shot at Bobby Lashley. But I just think, but I'm gonna say, Big E. I'm gonna go Big E. Now I think Big E is the favorite. I just think it's his time to get a big push, and I just think him with the briefcase would be great. And then maybe after SummerSlam, he cashes in.
How small would that briefcase look, by the way, if Big E's holding it? It'd be like a little toy one.
It'd be like a lunchbox.
He held it for Dolph Ziggler, I think, years and years ago when Dolph Ziggler was Money in the Bank. He was like Dolph Ziggler's bodyguard. He held it for him, I think. But Big E. I was stuck between Big E and Ricochet. I'm going to say Big E, but whoever wins, I'll be happy. It could be anyone. Kevin Owens is a good show. Riddle could win it.
But then I do like the Arcade Bro. This is pretty cool.
It's one of the best things on Raw, and that's not saying much at the minute because Raw's awful at the minute. But
it's kind of had the good balance of being good wrestling and also comical value. It's been quite good, I'm saying.
Arcade Bro, he's just okay.
It's the flicking of the sliders for me.
I just love the scooter, and Randy's just like, for God's sake.
Child.
Okay. On to the main event. Yes, a match which I think is very hotly anticipated. So yes, we have a singles match for the WWE Universal Championship. Yes, we have the Tribal Chief, the head of the table. Yes, we have Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman defending his belt up against Edge. So yes, Edge is back. It's really cool to see Edge back. We haven't seen him since Roman pinned him and Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. So it's good to see Edge back. And yeah, he just attacked Roman Reigns the night after Hell in a Cell, or the SmackDown after Hell in a Cell. And yeah, he was like, "Where you at, Roman? Where you at, Roman?" He wants his revenge. He wants his one-on-one rematch because he feels he was screwed at WrestleMania because Daniel Bryan was in the match. And yeah, I've got no complaints. Although I think a lot of people, when Edge came back, were like, "Why has Edge just come back and straight away got a match with Roman? Because he lost at WrestleMania, so why has he just got another match with Roman?" But I'm like, it's a bit. But he's a legend. He's a part-timing legend at this point, Edge. And it should be a great match. I've enjoyed the feud. I've enjoyed the promos. Obviously, Edge like with the pipe bar, like hitting those moves on Jimmy and Jey Uso, and Roman last night was just watching. Well, my Edge was like, "This will be you, Roman. This will be you, Roman." But that being said,
he does do a good crazy eye, doesn't he, Edge?
Oh yeah, Edge's face, like that's shot at WrestleMania where he's doing it on Roman. He was like that going nuts.
Please don't screenshot our Edge faces.
Yeah, Edge's crazy face is brilliant. However, that being said, I don't think Edge is winning. I think Roman Reigns, the head of the table, the tribal chief, not him, is retaining because I think we all know what's happening at SummerSlam. Yes, John Cena is. I think it's already penciled in. It will be facing Roman at SummerSlam in a big match. So Edge isn't winning, and also when this match got announced, Edge was really Seth Rollins was really annoyed. So I think Seth Rollins is going to cost Edge the match, and they had a bit of a stare down on last night's SmackDown backstage. So I think that means Seth Rollins is going to cost Edge the match towards the end. It'll be a great match. Seth will cost Edge the match, and we get Seth and Edge at SummerSlam. So that's my prediction. But I really want Edge to win. I'd love it if Edge won, but yeah, he isn't winning, sadly. It's okay. Liam, who have you got?
Yeah, Roman Reigns. It just doesn't make any sense for Edge to win, really. I mean, why make him lose so many times just to win it now when he comes back? You can't keep building up Roman and building up Roman and building up. He's the tribal chief and he runs the place, and just for him to lose to somebody he's beaten so many times, especially when that would kind of maybe devalue if, say, John Cena comes back at SummerSlam, because he would be the person who was big enough and better than everyone else to come back and win it and finally defeat the person who was undefeatable. So for me, it just doesn't make sense for Edge to win. I'd love him to win because I love Edge and he's a legend. Yeah. But I think Roman's going to win.
I'm about to change your mind.
Oh.
Are you ready?
Hey, go on, Laura.
So, I've got a theory here. See, I know we've already talked about it. Edge was Royal Rumble winner, guaranteed spot, going to have a chance for the belt of WrestleMania, taking over by Daniel Bryan, triple threat match, blah, blah, blah. I think he's pretty rattled and ready to win this. But, and I say someone needs to beat Roman Reigns, but I think it's going to be more of an Edge win by disqualification, so Roman retains the belt.
I could see that.
I'm thinking.
So you've gone Edge via DQ.
So Roman keeps his belt, but Edge wins. Everyone's happy in that instance, so it's a possibility. So I think I'll stick with that. I'm going to go for Edge, but by DQ.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I'd have thought that possible, but I just really think Seth's going to cost Edge the match. But at the end, because he's going to be, because he was so pissed off when he cut an amazing promo on Talking Smack when Edge got the match. He was like, "What? It was my turn to face Roman." He was like so annoyed. So, but yeah, okay, that was a fun prediction video. Lots of different picks. We will talk briefly about other matches. That will obviously Bianca has now been moved to SmackDown next week to face Carmella because Bayley's sadly injured now for the next 9 months with an ACL, I believe. Poor Bayley. I know, poor Bayley. I think we've all got Bianca though to beat Carmella, haven't we?
Yeah.
Because Bianca ain't losing the belt. So, I mean, you've been one of the best things in SmackDown, Bianca. I love her. She's so great.
Trailblazer runs the place.
That match with Bayley at Hell in a Cell was amazing. So. Other matches which might get announced: the Usos versus the Mysterios for the tag team belts. If that match happens, I've got the Usos because like last night Roman was Vin Diesel, like family, Jey Uso, Jimmy. So yeah, he was like that's a proper family embrace. So all we needed was if that match happens, I've got the Usos. Who have you guys got?
Yeah, I think the Usos, I think it's all been built up that, this whole family kind of thing that they're invincible. So as much as I love the Mysterios, I think dad and son kind of relationship, I just love that it's all family values. So it'd be pretty cool, like two families and feuding. But I think the Usos, and then that'll just carry on for a good while of belts backwards and forwards. So,
okay.
Yeah.
I completely disagree.
Oh, do you know?
I think that might be the match I tactically take a nap for. And the Usos will probably win, but I'm just...
You're not interested?
Not at all. Like, it holds absolutely nothing for me.
I really don't care. Just move on to the next match. I really don't.
It's not for me, that.
Okay, Natalia and Tamina, if they face anyone, but I, unlike you, Liam, I could not care less about Natalia and Tamina as women's tag team champions.
I'll set my alarm for after that match.
Okay. Apollo, can he please defend the IC belt on a pay-per-view?
There's not been anything since Mania 37. So
I mean, he's defended it a few times on SmackDown, but not on pay-per-views. It's really starting to annoy me. Like, but that's not Apollo's fault. It's how they book the mid-card belts, isn't it? The IC belt and the US belt. Sheamus, I heard he was injured for a little bit, but
his face actually.
Yeah, he hasn't defended the US belt on a pay-per-view. I think apart from the pre-show at WrestleMania Backlash, I think that was it. So yeah, that's it. That is our predictions for Money in the Bank. Yes. So yes, thank you for joining me, guys. It's been fun.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and the four of us were back, including Callum, with in August for our SummerSlam prediction video. Yes, one of the big four, SummerSlam. Yes, that we'll probably do that in about a month's time in August. So yes, that'll be fun. Yeah, guys, we hope you all enjoy Money in the Bank. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you all very soon. Bye.
See you later.